Alright, first thing we're going to be breaking down is why I like to pick. Second thing we're going to be breaking down how he fits on the Dolphins roster. Third thing we're going to be breaking down is pro comparison. So the reason I really like this pick is the NFL is a sub-package league now. When you get your nickel package out there, your obvious pass down package out there, you got to have the best pass rushers you possibly can on the football field, especially since how successful the passing game is now in the NFL. It's extremely deadly. Obviously, we go against Tom Brady 2 times a year. So it's very, 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 very important that we have depth at the defensive line position, and we have people that can come in and get after the quarterback. Now, what I think Davon does the best is that. I think he gets after the quarterback, very productive out of the SEC at getting after the quarterback. He had 6 sacks last year, so a high productive player in a very, very hard conference in college football. I think, a lot of scouts bring up, and, some things that you see is his strength. I don't think he's the strongest defensive tackle. Obviously, size is an issue. It's going to be interesting if he can take on a double team in the NFL, if he can ever become a really high caliber player, Pro Bowl player, which is probably really, really doubtful. Obviously, he did slide in the draft. Obviously, he has had some off the field issues, so he did slide. He probably would have went earlier than he did, but I think he can be a very, very, hopefully could be a very, very talented pass rush specialist on the next level. I'm hoping that's what he can be. Well, it's a huge question mark, big question mark. Can he deal with NFL size and strength on the next level? Who knows? But he's got elite athleticism. He's a really, really good pass rusher. It's just, can he deal with the NFL strength and size on the next level? We'll see. But it is very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how the Dolphins use their rotation. They've really added depth on the defensive line, which is a huge concern. Affected the Dolphins' defensive line in the past. I mean, we have signed people like Jason Jones, C.J. Mosley in the past that really aren't. They're just stopgap players. They really weren't anything special. This kid has a chance to be a really good pass rushing specialist, and like I said, that's what really makes me excited about him, is that. But if he can deal with the NFL size and strength on the next level, he has a chance to be a really good pass rushing specialist. That's a big if, but we'll see. And again, like I said, he slid because of character off the field issues, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the Dolphins use the rotations, because they have built some serious depth for the future on this Dolphins defensive line. It's getting really scarily talented. Really, really is. So the thing that I think where I see him fitting, I mean, obviously the Dolphins' depth of defensive tackle is a huge issue. Obviously we have Sue, he's always going to be on the field. One of the best at what he does, probably a future Hall of Famer. Second, obviously Jordan Phillips never really lived up to the potential coming out of Oklahoma. Hopefully he kind of he comes together as a player. Haven't seen that since he's been here in Miami. So he can really, I don't think he can be a 3-down player at all on the next level. He's not, like I said, not good against the run. So I see him as being a sub-package nickel guy, which is exciting for me because that's where the NFL is really, I mean, there's a lot of different packages. Rotations very important, especially in the fourth quarter when you need pass rushers to be fresh. He has a chance to be really something special in terms of that. So I can see him really fitting into the Dolphins rotation if everything goes well. I'm going to give him some credit here. I really don't have a lot of pro comparisons for him, but you see in the past with people passing on people or people dropping lower because of their size and their question, the question, can they deal with the NFL size and strength on the next level? We've seen that with John Randall, who's obviously a Pro Football Hall of Famer. I'm not saying this kid's going to be a Hall of Famer, but we've seen people have success that have had questions whether they can convert to the next level of size and strength. We've seen that with Aaron Donald, who should have been a top 5 pick. I think he dropped all the way down to 12, if I remember that correctly. So if he can channel any of that kind of magic and be that dominant player on obvious passing downs, this is a great pick for the Miami Dolphins, and which I think he can be. He's obviously a prospect developmental player on the next level, but it's going to be interesting to see how we use him in rotations. So I am Skagster1083. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. It's a very interesting pick by the Miami Dolphins, very interesting prospect, and I'll see you guys in the next one.